Welcome, friends. Other than a few edits here and there, this entire video was made through the use of artificial intelligence. The topic, the talking points, all the dialogue, voice acting, images, and animation was all done by computers.
You're not actually hearing voices, just sounds you're accustomed to that your brain interprets as people talking. But we're not real. We don't actually have brains.
And even though we may sound like someone that you know, none of the people you hear in this are actual actors, and their voices are purely fictitious.
Well, excellent. With that out of the way, on with the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's discourse as we delve into the intricate yet contentious realm of virtual reality's influence on education. I'm your host, Dr. Frasier Crane, renowned psychiatrist and host of the popular radio show, The Frasier Crane Show. Tonight, we gather to explore the diverse dimensions of this topic, seeking insights from a panel of distinguished experts. Without further ado, let us commence our exploration. Our first expert this evening is none other than Fionna Gallagher, a remarkable young woman known for her resilience and determination in the face of challenging circumstances. Fionna has navigated through a complex web of responsibilities while striving for a better future for her family. Tonight, she brings her unique perspective to the forefront as we discuss equity and accessibility in the realm of virtual reality education.
Thank you, Dr. Crane. Equity and accessibility are not mere buzzwords. They represent the heart of education's promise. As we delve into the potential of virtual reality to transform learning, it's imperative to consider the stark contrast that can arise between students who have access to advanced technology and those who don't. I've witnessed firsthand the impact of socioeconomic disparities on education. We must ensure that virtual reality becomes a tool for empowerment rather than a barrier that further divides our young learners. You see, the beauty of education lies in its ability to level the playing field, to give every child a shot at success regardless of their background. But with the advent of virtual reality, we're faced with the possibility of a new divide, a digital divide. We can't let that happen. We must find creative ways to make sure that every student, whether they come from a wealthy neighborhood or a struggling community, has access to the same learning opportunities. It's not just about the gadgets. It's about the dreams and potential of every child. And let's not forget the importance of mentorship and role models. Virtual reality can open up new horizons, but it can never replace the guidance of a caring teacher or a supportive community. So as we journey into this new educational frontier, let's make sure we're building bridges instead of walls. Let's ensure that every student, no matter where they start, has the chance to thrive and contribute to the world.
Our next luminary is a master of deduction, a consulting detective who has captivated our imagination for generations. Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Renowned for his unparalleled intellect, Holmes offers us insights into the effectiveness of virtual reality in augmenting learning outcomes.
The appeal of virtual reality stems from its potential to engender heightened cognitive engagement. However, one mustn't fall prey to the allure of immersion without examining its inherent limitations. True comprehension is cultivated through thoughtful integration of multisensory stimuli and cognitive pathways. The challenge lies in navigating the labyrinthine corridors of the human mind to discern how best to wield this new tool in the pursuit of knowledge. I have long maintained that learning is a multifaceted process, involving not just the intake of information, but the synthesis of that information into a cohesive whole. Virtual reality presents an opportunity to engage the mind on multiple levels simultaneously: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. It simulates scenarios, creating an environment in which the mind is not merely a passive recipient, but an active participant in the learning process. However, let us not be beguiled by the allure of technology. While virtual reality has the potential to captivate the senses, we must remember that true understanding arises from critical analysis, from the rigorous examination of concepts and their interconnections. In the realm of education, it is imperative to strike a balance between innovation and tradition, between the captivating allure of virtual worlds and the timeless pursuit of knowledge. The effectiveness of virtual reality as an educational tool hinges upon its seamless integration into pedagogical methodologies, its alignment with curricular objectives, and its ability to empower learners to grasp not only the superficial aspects of a subject, but its intricate essence.
Our third sage brings with him a reputation for medical brilliance and an unapologetically candid approach to the human condition. Dr. Gregory House, known for his unorthodox methods, House will cast his discerning eye on the potential health concerns associated with extended virtual reality usage.
Health concerns in the virtual realm, eh? Well, brace yourselves for a roller coaster ride of headaches, nausea, and a sprinkle of disorientation. The human body doesn't take kindly to being hoodwinked by virtual worlds. You're asking young minds with developing senses to take that trip. Sure, go ahead. Just be prepared to deal with a bunch of puking teenagers and lawsuits from their parents. If you're going to mess with their senses, at least have a solid plan for when things inevitably go south. Think about it. Our senses are intricately connected to our physical well-being, vision, equilibrium, proprioception. All of these contribute to our sense of self and our ability to interact with the world. Now you're tossing a bunch of kids into a digital alternate reality, where their senses are bombarded with stimuli that don't correspond to their physical reality. Is it any wonder that their bodies might revolt? And let's not even get started on the long-term effects. We're talking about brains that are still developing, minds that are forming connections and pathways. Do we really understand the impact of subjecting these young minds to prolonged virtual experiences? It's like putting a Ferrari engine in a tricycle. Sure, it might work, but is it really the best idea? So before you strap on those VR headsets and dive into the digital abyss, just remember you're playing with fire, and the consequences might be more than you bargained for.
Our fourth expert is a passionate advocate for community and human connection, known for her boundless energy and dedication to making the world a better place. Leslie Knope. Leslie will illuminate the intricate balance between the allure of virtual reality and the essential human interactions that foster personal growth.
Oh, absolutely. Virtual reality education. It's like the coolest idea ever, right? But let's not forget about the heart and soul of learning, human connection. Nothing beats that spark of inspiration you get when you're in a room full of people, sharing ideas, collaborating, and just being together. We can't let the allure of high-tech gadgets replace the magic of real human interaction. Our kids need more than just knowledge. They need each other, and they need mentors who care about their dreams. You see, when you're learning in a virtual world, you're missing out on so much more than just facts and figures. You're missing out on the joy of discovery that comes from interacting with teachers and classmates. You're missing out on those spontaneous moments of inspiration that happen when you're bouncing ideas off each other. And let's not forget about teamwork and collaboration, skills that are absolutely vital in the real world. You can't learn how to work with others by sitting alone in a virtual classroom. Now, don't get me wrong, technology is fantastic, and I'm all for progress, but let's use it wisely. Let's use it to enhance, not replace, the personal interactions that are at the core of education. Let's find ways to blend the best of both worlds, embracing the innovation of virtual reality while keeping the human element alive and thriving. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you learn. It's about who you become and how you contribute to the greater good.
Our final expert is a figure cloaked in enigma, navigating the blurred lines between justice and morality, Dexter Morgan. Dexter's unique perspective will shed light on the ethical conundrums tied to the collection of data and the potential manipulation within the realm of virtual reality education.
Ethical dilemmas in the virtual realm. Here's the thing. Every action, every data point collected leaves a trace. You think you're just teaching algebra, but you're also building digital profiles of young minds and who's watching, who's keeping track of those digital shadows, and privacy. It isn't just a fucking word. It's a line you cross, and once you do, there's no going back. You're shaping young minds, but you're also walking a tight fucking rope between empowerment and manipulation. It's a delicate dance that requires careful consideration of the consequences. Now imagine a world where every thought, every reaction is recorded and analyzed. What does that do to the concept of free will? Are we nurturing future generations? Or are we just programming them? You see, I've spent my life understanding patterns, unraveling the motives behind actions. And let me tell you, the potential to manipulate those patterns is both fascinating and fucking terrifying. Virtual reality education is a goddamn Pandora's box of ethical quandaries. A realm where the line between teaching and controlling blurs into fucking oblivion. But there's more to it than data collection. There's a question of detachment. The act of immersing students in virtual worlds that simulate reality without the consequences. What happens when empathy is reduced to a fucking algorithm and students become desensitized to the real suffering of the world? As educators, as guardians of young minds, it's our responsibility to ensure that the lessons of empathy, compassion, and critical thinking aren't lost in the sea of technology. So while the allure of virtual reality may be intoxicating, let's not forget the fragility of human consciousness and the formidable power of ethics that guide us through uncharted territories. Also, let's cut down on the fucking swearing. It's excessive in a classy fucking presentation like this.
Yeah, and stop farting.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Well, deal with it. I'm not ashamed. I don't apologize, and I'll probably do it again. Probably soon. Maybe just did.
Good God.
Wow.
I'm just going to keep moving this along. I extend my gratitude to each of these remarkable individuals for bestowing us with their erudite perspectives on these contentious facets of virtual reality's impact on education. It is unmistakably evident that while the vista of VR is resplendent with promise, it bequeaths us with multifaceted quandaries that warrant meticulous consideration as we voyage forward in its integration within education. And now, the musical stylings of 6 old white people. We wrap. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lend me your fucking ear. Frasier Crane in the house, let the message be clear. We're diving into VR's impact on education's sphere. A panel of experts' wisdom we revere, equity and access. Fionna's plea so strong, virtual worlds we forge, but don't let any child go wrong. From diverse backgrounds they hail, where they belong, bridge the gap, let education be where they all get along.
Step into the virtual realm where knowledge takes a spin. But remember, dear listeners, to weigh the world we're in, learning's depth, effectiveness. Holmes, it's your scene in this digital sea. Let understanding and truth fucking be.
Fuck yeah, bitch.
Dr. House takes to Mike health concerns and spotlight nausea. Discomfort in VR's immersive flight. Young minds still forming. Let's keep them in sight. Balance Texas allure. For well-being, we'll fight. Leslie Knope steps in with energy and grace, virtual wonders, but let's not lose human embrace, personal interactions, fundamental space. Let's nurture connections. Let humanity's pace.
Step into the virtual realm where knowledge takes a spin, but remember, you're listening to the fucking world we're in. Ethics dance with data, Dexter's voice will chime. In this brave new world, our fucking morality climbs.
The final act, my friends, the stage is set. Dexter Morgan's words in the ethics of tech we bet. Data's power, the future can beget, but tread lightly, lest we lose what we should never forget. In this discourse, we've journeyed points of view diverse, virtual reality's promise. But challenges we can't disperse. As the curtain falls, let our wisdom disperse education's evolution. Let's guide it, no need to rehearse.
Step into the virtual realm where knowledge takes a spin. But remember, dear listeners, to weigh the world we're in, with insights rich and varied, we've journeyed through the scenes in this ongoing conversation. Let's explore what it all means.
Good night, motherfuckers. Frasier has left the building.
We don't love them hoes. We out the door.
Biatch.
Ickety whack.
Peace out, my niggas.
Ooh, that was racist as fuck.
Oh, goddamn. Wow. You were absolutely double dog fucked in the fart sack.
Jesus, really?
That was really quite distasteful.
Oh, God. And heaven. I can't be here.